So, today I'll talk about a story that is very close to my heart. It's a story from an ancient book known as the Ribhu Gita. Just like there's the Bhagavad Gita, there's other Gitas as well. One such Gita is the Ribhu Gita. It also talks about the non-dual truth, and this story is from that book. Ribhu is an enlightened master, and he has a disciple by the name of Nidagha. And Ribhu and Nidagha are very close. Nidagha is very disciplined and a perfect student, and Ribhu also sees the potential for realization in him, and he teaches him very devoutly. And Nidagha finally gains the realization of non-duality. He is able to look through, there are tears in his eyes, and he thanks his master. And Ribhu tells him that, my job as your teacher is over. You can go into the world now, or whatever you choose to do, you can go now. And Nidagha just takes his blessings and goes away. And Nidagha goes back to his city. It's the capital of a kingdom, and Nidagha just starts living there. A few years later, Ribhu suddenly remembers his disciple Nidagha, and he has a gentle concern for him. He wants to check up on him, that how is his student doing? Is he still living in that realized state, or has he fallen down? So he decides to go up to his city and check up on him. So Ribhu just travels out of his town and travels for many days and finally reaches Nidagha's city. And Nidagha just lives on the main street, right? His house is on the main street that leads up to the palace. And Ribhu just finds that address, and he sees that there's a lot of commotion in the city, a lot of crowd, and a lot of people are everywhere in the city. And he's able to see Nidagha in front of his house, just looking frantically. And as is the rest of the crowd, everybody is frantic and making way for something. And then Ribhu sees Nidagha and he identifies him. But Ribhu himself is in a disguise because he's come to check up on Nidagha. So he himself is disguised as a beggar. So he sees Nidagha and goes close to him and he asks, "Hey, what is this happening?" Ribhu asks Nidagha, "What is this happening?" And Nidagha, of course, doesn't identify Ribhu. He just sees a old beggar. So he says, "Get away." And Ribhu says, "Tell me, what is happening?" Nidagha says, "The king's procession is coming and he is going out of the city. So everybody has just converged here to get a glimpse of the king." And Ribhu says, okay, I see. And as the king starts approaching and going through that street, the king is on his elephant. Ribhu then again asks Nidagha, "But who is the king and where is he?" Nidagha just gets irritated and he says, "Don't you see the king? He's that person who's sitting on an elephant is the king." And Ribhu then asks, okay, now I get it. The king and the elephant. The king is on the elephant. But which one is the king and which one is the elephant? And Nidagha says, "The one on the top is the king, you idiot, and the one at the bottom is the elephant. Are you stupid or what?" And Ribhu says, "Yeah, man, I'm just a little slow in the head. So forgive me. Now I get it. The one on the top is the king and one at the bottom is the elephant. But tell me one thing. What is top and what is bottom?" And Nidagha by then is fully irritated. He says, "Get here, old man." He just holds him by the neck and pulls him down and sits on him. He says, "See, I am sitting on top of you, right? I am at the top and you're at the bottom." Ribhu is still smiling and he says, okay, I get it now. You're at the top and I am at the bottom. But what is this you and what is this I? And Nidagha suddenly is taken aback. He suddenly remembers everything. And he then looks at the old man and he sees that this is his master. And he just touches his feet and immediately he's propelled into remembering all the realizations that he had. And truly, why I love this story is because that is non-duality. even if you have a non-dual realization or a moment of awakening, the goal is to live in it as long as possible, as much as you can. So always perceive non-duality. And when you don't perceive non-duality, you get engaged in the world, you get drawn towards it. Just like Nidagha was frantically looking to get a glimpse of the king as if it would do anything or do him any benefit. Just frantic because everybody else is frantic. Nidagha was also frantic. If everybody is running after certain things, we also tend to run after those things. We don't pause and look. So essentially, there's no king and there's no elephant. There's no up and there's no down. There's no you and there's no me. And whenever you are anxious or whenever you are in splits about a decision or something that troubles you, try to just look at where you are splitting existence into parts, into separations. That is the cause of all suffering. Non-duality is truly non-dual. There's no two in it. So perceive this oneness as much as you can, or rather try to look through the separation and perceive this oneness every time you perceive. Yeah, this story is really one of my favorites for some reason. Just wanted to share it with you.